大家好，我叫吴晨，我出生于中国上海。有一天，我决定背上我的行囊，穿越到地球的另外一端。Hey everyone, my name is Cissy Wu. I was born in Shanghai, China, and one day I decided to leap. In 2008, I was accepted by my dream high school in Shanghai, which sends 90% seniors to top universities in China. But why am I here now at UCI? It started the summer before high school. I participated in a study abroad program for teens in Edinburgh, United Kingdom. I was inspired by the dissimilar education system, which encouraged us to explore more than what was in the textbook, to have our own ideas and to apply our ideas into practice. After I came back, I realized that I missed that philosophy of teaching, making students feel passionate at school. In my sophomore year, a high school in New York launched an exchange student program with our school, and I was assigned to host a girl named Veronica. Through our conversations, I noticed that there is a big difference between American high school students and Chinese students. We think that going to college is a must-do task in our life, and we just do it. But we never think whether we are going to enjoy it or not. But for most of you guys, going to college is much more fun and will enrich your life experience. For me, the life experience and the ability to learn is much more meaningful than just acquiring a degree. So maybe a school in the United States would be a better choice for me. But the decision would be a significant leap of faith. And so, to leap or not to leap, that was the question. That summer, I packed my bags, got on an airplane, and after 13 hours, arrived in Chicago. The next day, I would attend my new school located in Evanston, Illinois. Studying in the US, I was eager to seize the opportunities to broaden my education. However, the cultural conflicts and the loneliness gnawed on me. While others were sharing their ideas in English, everything came to my mind was in Chinese concepts. I did not know how to explain them in English. After a couple of weeks, I figured a good way to solve my problems was simply asking for help. I went to my teacher's office after hours, explaining my situation to them. They were more than happy to help, and some even pushed me to talk in the class. Lunchtime was the scariest time during the day. When I walked into canteen, everyone was sitting together, talking about different topics like the NBA, TV shows, or some gossip. I really had no idea about these things. I heard a little about them in China, and they were not my interests. After being alone for a long time, I realized that I should move on, separating those emotional anxieties. I asked myself a question. If one of my friends who is learning Chinese tries to make a conversation with me, will I laugh at his or her weird pronunciation or grammar? And my answer was no. So the same situation was happening to me now. I really need to ignore the fear that someone would mock me. Later, I figured a good topic to start a conversation was to complaining about a class or an exam or the amount of homework. It worked well all the time. One day, one of my friends Jeremy asked me, Are you guys riding a horse to school in China? I was so shocked. I never thought that there was a huge barrier between two different cultures. And it was then I realized what I have done for myself. Studying abroad offered me a chance to see the real United States and to experience American culture. After 2 years studying in Chicago, I applied and was accepted to UCI. One of my favorite memories was coming to orientation, meeting who I thought would be my next best friend, and never seeing her again. But I was okay with that, because it's just the first day. I could make many more friends. Throughout my first year, I saw a lot of international students who had just came to the US. They looked uncomfortable, confused, and it reminded me about my first year in the US. I felt like I had to do something. So I co-founded an organization which aims to start an initiative among Chinese students in America. It helps them to overcome social and academic difficulties, pairing them with peer mentors who had experienced the same struggles, mentors that will give them hope and help them persist. This will be my 4th year studying abroad. The experience has been filled with difficulty and struggle. And to be honest, my life has never been the same since I boarded that plane in Shanghai. I learned that sometimes our passion will take us away from what makes us feel comfortable. And pursuing my passion came with loneliness, fear, and stress, to say the least. But I learned 2 valuable lessons. The first one is that there's always help. We just need to ask. And the second was that sometimes, for the sake of our passion, we just need to take that leap of faith.